Welcome to the Explain podcast, a podcast where next-generation sequencing techniques are explained to me by Daniel.
That's me, because I'm a bioinformatician and Julia is a physicist who joined us recently at the sequencing facility. We are two colleagues from the Next Generation Sequencing Competence Network and we work at the West German Genome Center in Düsseldorf.
The abbreviation NGSCN is a competence network that has 4 centers across Germany. One in North Rhine-Westphalia, that's our West German Genome Center, where we're both working. And other centers are in Kiel, Tübingen, and Dresden. In short, what we are doing in NGSCN, we take RNA, DNA, and look into it.
We are not only handling the sequencing machines, but we are also counseling people and working a lot on scientific studies.
Competence Network, NGSCN, has emerged to exchange next-generation sequencing expertise, experiences, and tips. Can I summarize it this way?
Yes, we are tailoring experiments to fit the individual needs of every project that lands on our centers, sequencing samples, and analyze the sequencing data as well.
We thought it would be really cool to not only explain next-generation sequencing to our parents, friends, and colleagues, but also to you, dear listeners.
I and Julia will slowly go through some old techniques towards the newest and even upcoming ones, and we will try to break down difficult parts for you.
As I am not directly from the field of biotechnology, I need to learn it first, and I do it together with you quite often in parallel.
I will try to dump it down as much as needed, so please be gentle to me if you are also in the field. If I say something wrong or misleading, which might happen, let us know and we will address it in the next episode. If you have any alternative topics or questions you would like to hear about within the Next Generation Sequencing Explain podcast, let us know. We have an email address where we gather your feedback, podcast.explain@gmail.com.
We'll make sure to shoot special edition episode of your choice. You know, society uses abbreviations like DNA, RNA, PCR, especially also now with the COVID situation. Everyone uses it and thinks, okay, I know exactly what it is. But once you ask, what is that? Not many people can say this is a polymerase chain reaction.
So who we are making this podcast for? It's for everyone interested in biotech, technology in general, and what the people in the universities actually do all day.
Yeah, people often think about PhDs and universities as a closed group of people working in their ivory towers of useless knowledge. And we would like to work against that image.
We will meet once a month to talk about the sequencing technique, and we always try to do some form of why it is used today and how it is used today and for what.
Sequencing on itself is a high technology, and what we are doing here is a high-tech podcast, and we hope to give some context. Since Mendel, the guy with the weirdly shaped and colored peas, a lot happened. And we want to bring people up to date about genomics, epigenomics, and transcriptomics, and what this even means.
And we know from data that sequencing will only get more important in the future. Science is here funded by the public, and I think this is a way for us to give back.
Learn with us, step by step, sequencing technology, how it evolved over time. What was the very first one? What are the basics that you need to know if you would like to work in the sequencing technology field?
As a perk of being part of the NGSCN, we have first-hand access to experts in all the sequencing techniques that we will talk about. Drop us an email and let's see what you can't wrap your head around. We will try to find a way to explain it.
Sequencing will only become more relevant in your life. What about applications? How does genomics contribute to society? Why is it important to learn about it, Daniel?
Oh, it's definitely used to improve healthcare. We are talking about personalized medicine. The next huge contribution is food production. Enhancing crop yields might be a great example here.
Then surely, environmental conservation. It's about preserving biodiversity on our planet. And most probably, many will be curious about this one. Genomics contributes greatly to a forensic science. Yes, it's indeed successfully used for criminal investigations and disaster victim identification.
One more absurd application of sequencing. It's also used to track and identify cable theft and train track manipulations, for example. That's not all, but we wanted to give you a couple of examples of the wide-ranging applications of genomics. The NGS field will continue to have a profound impact on various aspects of your life.
Turn into Explain today and discover the potential of the next generation sequencing.